It is 12:18 and I'm only taking my makeup off from yesterday. This is real life. But I slept really well last night. I watched High School Musical the series, episode 1 with my cousin Becky until 12:30, 1:30, maybe 2, because Disney Plus is fantastic. But and I slept well last night. The first night last night I've actually slept all the way through. So I'm in a good mood. I feel like I don't have much that I can contribute for the rest of this day because it's already now afternoon. But I'm gonna try. As I said, this is real life now. This is my routine. We are leaving the house because the girls are just being absolutely irate. They're going nuts. So we're going to take them for an hour walk with only people from our household. So Luna has this thing that she'll have her ball, like we'll throw it for her, she'll keep on giving it back and wanting to throw it, and then she's tired of like carrying it, so she'll just leave it, and then it goes to the ball cemetery. And now Andrew is going off to go find it. Vitamin D. Kiki found it. There they come. So here we have Ray-Bans, probably knockoffs, got them from Forteventura. Hair, done by Kirsty Jones at the Wolfpack Salon. Clip from Tesco's, probably £3 in a pack. Rucksack, Vans, limited edition, Minnie Mouse. Cardigan, beautiful, stunning, in slate grey, Zara. T-shirt, Andrew's, because I stole it from his drawer. Sports bra, Victoria's Secret, really itchy. And then, I think these are misguided, from ASOS, Playboy, limited edition. Shoes, personally chewed, limited edition.
Kiki collaboration.
How to look $1 million on a dog walk. Hi, I'm Grace Stewart and welcome to my vlog whilst in isolation. Cuts. Do you want me to be close or far?
Far?
No, we can go here.
Yeah?
Really? I've got to do it quick because I can't hold it for very long.
That's fine. Oh.
Take 2. You ready?
Yeah.
I've got to do it quick.
I did do it quick last time.
I'll really focus this time. I can't hold it for very long.
Yeah, it went through your legs.
Right, let's go home for serious. Hello, so it is Thursday, not Friday. All the days are merged in together, and I actually have something to do today, which I think you might be interested in. So let's have a look. Obviously little Dwighty man passed away last year, but we've still got his bowl, and I've seen a few ideas kicking around where people are planting things inside dog bowls, animal bowls. So I'm gonna go give it a go. I've got some cactus repotting mix, and then I've got some gravel to put on top, but then to put in the bottom.
Yeah, for drainage.
For drainage, and I've picked 2 cactuses and a succulent, and I'm gonna give it a go. So let's do this. So these are the things you might need. Some gloves, some repotting mix, some gravel, a bowl, and plants of your choosing. Okay, so Elsh is here. She's over here, but she doesn't think that she's camera ready. So she's gonna help me from the side.
Bit of guidance.
Bit of guidance. She's really good at plants. Knowing all the facts. I'll put my gloves on first.
Keep those nails looking pretty.
I'm giving up at this point. So you suggested starting with some gravel for drainage.
Yeah, so usually when you're potting things up, especially things like cacti, you don't want to flood them or flood the roots. So having a little bit of drainage in the bottom of the bowl is really important if you don't have a hole. So having somewhere where the excess water can go.
Okay, how much do you think I should put in?
I don't know, because it's quite a small bowl.
Yeah,
so
that's my worry.
I think having...
Do you think that'll be enough? Or a bit,
I put a little, a bit more of a handful in there. So it's just creating enough of a layer that the water, when you do water it, no, that should be good now.
I was going to put a little bit of gravel on top as well. What would you suggest now? Would you suggest putting a little bit of soil in, then getting them out and going like that with the bottom, or...?
I reckon you should work out where you want them. So get them out of their individual pots and work out what arrangement works for you.
I think we discussed a little bit earlier, I wanted this one to go here.
Oh, he's a tumbly fella. Ooh.
Oh, he's on a roll. See, this is my worry. Is that too close together? Or will they just cohabit together in harmony?
Dependent on the light that they get, cacti tend to be quite slow growing anyway.
Okay.
So
it's not like I want them to grow anyway. But I think from the viewfinder that looks quite cute. Does it look like a penis and ball bag?
Hopefully not when it's around that way on the shelf.
No, I think...
Now that you've leaned the one at the back forward, maybe a little bit.
Things are best in odd numbers anyway, so if it looks like a penis, it looks like a penis. Dwight was a boy.
But I would agitate the roots a little bit. And make sure that, like, just really gently try and pull out the roots a little bit, so that will promote them sort of growing in all kinds of different directions to get them used to their new pot. Be really gentle with the roots because you don't want to break them too much, but it's just so that they, instead of growing round in circles, they'll grow in different directions, so they'll get used to
So what, is that okay? I'll just smush them so they've got a bit of a...
Yeah. And this fella, these ones tend to have quite chunky roots, so you see that one here.
So I could probably...
Yeah, like really... Oh God, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Don't know. Ooh, so just
wiggle them out.
Yeah, she says.
If I hold the spiky bit and you...
Well, that's safety first. I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. Like, they don't tend to have too many roots. Becky's got one of these as well.
Yeah.
But it should be all right.
Now that we've done this, what's step 3, 4 or 5?
Fill her up with a bit of soil.
So would you put a bit of soil in first or just put it around?
Just literally just put it around. Don't pack it too firmly. So one of the mistakes a lot of people do make is when they're repotting stuff, they'll push down quite firmly.
Yeah.
And that means that any roots that want to go and, go in different directions and, get themselves supported in the new mixture can't because it's too firmly packed. So just put enough in there, enough to give it support, but not so much that, it's going to be... so the roots are unable to...
So why have I got cactus soil and I haven't just got soil from the garden? Because that's what I've used in that one in the garden. Because I was so impatient, I didn't really look up what I wanted to do. It has worked to a certain degree.
So if you check on the bag, and it says, so on the front, it will say that it's free draining, right? Yeah. So it tends to contain, on the front of the bag, look, it says that it's free draining.
Free draining, right, okay.
So cacti tend to like to be quite dry. They grow in sort of arid environments. So you don't want them to get waterlogged, which is why it's really important to have that, especially in a container that has no bit in the bottom. So sometimes people use decorative rocks for plants which are usually grown in quite humid environments.
Okay.
So what they'll do is they'll water the plants, and then having the decorative rocks on top will keep some of that humidity in the soil.
Okay. We'll face it that way. Right.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be able to make it look.
I think that would also be quite practical, because you need to keep an eye on...
so should I only do half?
Yeah, or maybe leave a bit at the back free so that you can have a spot where you can check the moisture of the soil, because obviously you only want to water it when it is completely pretty much bone dry throughout.
Yeah.
And it also, the amount that you'll need to water them changes with the seasons.
Oh, so people don't do it for necessarily a decorative reason. It would probably be, right, yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of rocks in, but I need to check the soil.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks quite cute like that, I think.
Yeah,
it looks almost like a little pathway.
Yeah. Bit of a yin and yang situation. I don't know. A little rock there. A little rock there. Do you know what? I reckon people could probably get dog bowls that they don't necessarily use anymore and do this anyway. Your pet doesn't have to die to do this.
There's quite a few nice videos out there of people repurposing loads of different things for pottings, because if you have a lot of houseplants, finding ways of cheaply displaying them can be quite difficult, because as soon as you've got, you know, 5, 6, 7 plant pots, it can quickly get up to, you know, 50 quid or so.
I know.
It's insane.
So what ideas do you have, or have you seen?
So I quite like mason jars. So mason jars are quite a nice idea of displaying, and you can use them as terrariums as well.
Oh.
So in order to keep the humidity in, you can almost
really
pot it up
good.
and then you have almost like its own little localized climate where the humidity stays. So for things that are used to being in tropical environments, yeah.
Hello, you cockwomble. Hello. No, this is what's going on. Hello, peeps. It's Friday, and the only thing I've really done today is just showered, and it's like 2 o'clock. I did do a live stream on my Instagram. It was nice chatting to some of you. And now I'm just trying to dry from my shower. I cannot see a thing, but if I lift my arm up anymore, we are gonna see it today. Oh dear. I think I'm gonna show you my skincare routine and how I do my makeup, because if you keep on asking, and I don't think I'm gonna do a full video of it because I'm not talented enough. I do look like an English bald man. Summer bitches, but isolated. Sunbathing, honey. Is honey sunbathing? You having a good time? Is it because mummy's at home all the time? We're gonna go out later? We're gonna go walkies? Go walkies later? Not too bothered. Okay, so I've just got out of the shower and I've started by putting a top on. And I'm gonna do something with my hair, get it out the way. I know YouTubers or whatever, or YouTubers, like to make their hair look really cool and keep it down because that's how they look better. No, if you're doing your skincare or you're doing your makeup, get your hair out the picture because it's not going to serve any purpose. I am going to go through my skincare and my makeup. I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible because it's not very long, but also I do it most days. I'm not feeling lazy, so why not show it? Because I always speed it up, but I'll show you what I do. And you should feel privileged because normally I rush it and I have my favourite episodes on of watching The Office or This Country, but I've turned that all off to show you what I do. So, this is my little goodie bag. I use this, or do I have to do this? Anyway, it's Yes to Coconut Hydrate and Restore Ultra Hydrating Micellar Cleansing Water. Not a lot left of it, not sure what I'm going to do when that empties. I then do this, but I only do this once a day, and it's the original, the ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution. So cleanse, tone and moisturise. What's my moisturiser? Well, before I moisturise, I put this on. So it's Tea Tree Anti-Imperfection Daily Solution. It's not too concentrated, but because it's a serum, after doing the glycolic acid, it's not too harsh on my skin, it's okay. I look angry. And then I go in with, oh my god, it does actually work. Yeah, vitamin C glow boosting moisturiser. I find this one just right for my skin. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's just right. I'm not going to advise the next step that I do, and that's using cotton pads. Once I finish all the cotton pads that I've got, I am going to get some reusable ones. So you can get, I think, 6 in a pack, and they're made of bamboo or cotton or something like that. And cotton pads. And you just put them in the wash with your whites or towels or whatever. Probably whites. And I do whites quite often, so that'll be beneficial. I just... don't yell at me. So, I do about 2 or 3 pumps. I have just got out of the shower, but I didn't like thoroughly wash my face, so I just, the thing is, it's like my skin isn't bad, it's only when I'm on my period I get under the skin like cystic acne, like hormonal cystic acne. God, I look like I'm being really harsh on my skin. Like, it's not that bad. But all I remember growing up from what my mum taught me was cleanse, tone and moisturise. Cleansing, I think, just cleans the pores because they're open after being in the shower. Toning then closes the pores, and then you're putting moisture back into the skin by moisturising. I assume. To be honest, I don't really go too hardcore with the cleansing, although you should probably cleanse twice. So wash your face in the shower, then come out, do one of these, and then I go in with the toner. The only thing that's making me have bad skin at the moment is sleeping in my makeup, because obviously the current situation, I'm being really lazy. I have put quite a bit on. I think it's because there's so much in there I just use and abuse, but I just go around my skin. The first time I used this, it did sting, but it wasn't like a hardcore, painful experience. It was just like, oh yeah, no, there's something on my skin, it's a bit tingly. But since speaking with Elsh, like Elsh enjoys like plants and she's a scientist, she also really enjoys skincare. I really like coffee exfoliants. However, I didn't realise how abrasive they can be on the skin. So the best, we were chatting about it and she was saying the best exfoliant you can possibly have is something that's like chemical based. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to repeat what she told me and I don't retain information very well. So what this does, because I've got sensitive to dry skin, I was worried that this was going to be not great basically, but for how cheap it was and giving it a go, I just wanted to have a little try of it. And this is the thing that has changed my skin for the better. And the first time I used it the next day, I could see skin kind of coming away and I could just like, you know, brush it off, or you'd wash it with a cloth or something like that. It will just come off. Or the next day, because you can only use that once a day, if you went in again with it, it would get that skin off for you. And then you've just got this really clean surface to work with. Make sure I get into the hairline and get all that makeup that I might have missed. So that's those 2 steps done. Now I'm moving on to this. Like a quarter of the pipette, and I just massage that into the skin. Make sure you put that back on though. Tea tree is highly toxic to animals. The fun fact for you. So it's me done there. Okay, right, now moving on to moisturiser. I literally just use a thin but generous layer. And if you have too much, just bring it down to your neck. Massaging in, but obviously it wants to soak into the skin. As I just said, as a disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing. This is just what works for me. So that is my skincare routine. There's stuff I do in the bath too, once a week, where I might put, I put a coffee scrub on, which I'm going to stop doing now after talking to Elsh, because it can leave abrasions on your skin. But yeah, I use more of products like this. Yes, too. You can get these off of ASOS. But when I used to go to Home Sense, I used to find this brand and I just love them. It is cruelty free. Great stuff. So shall I show you what I do for makeup? Right then, makeup. So I don't wet my beauty blender. I don't like wetness on my skin. It just pushes it around, so I'm not doing that. I use my Collection 2000 or something and I just do this. As I said, I am no expert. Don't expect much from me on this. And then I just go in, like, this is just disgusting. But I just pat it on. I even sometimes drag it. Look, I know I'm doing all the things you shouldn't do, but I don't care. I also have so much redness that I think if I added water to my beauty blender, there was just no point. But for me, it just kind of pushes it out and it's just pressed onto the skin. It's just, I'd rather not use a brush. I like to try and get some of this redness away. It will always poke through. If I can kind of reduce it at all, I will. So I've done that. What do I do next? Sometimes I'll go in with my NARS concealer in Custard, which I don't like using much of this, but it just kind of gives more of a dimension to my face. But again, sorts the redness, but it just also gives me some coverage. Like Like, seriously, who wants to see this? Or you want to see it and laugh at me? It's obviously doing something. It's evening my skin tone at least. What I should have done is just not film this bit and then just show you how I do my faux freckles. Which again, I'm running out of that as well. What am I gonna do, guys? That's the only thing that makes me feel comfortable, is my faux freckles. Does that look about right? Don't like all of these bits going into my hair though. Into it. It just always likes to come through. I'm not a drinker or anything. Hang on. Nan?
Hi darling, you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. You okay?
Well, I'm trying to get hold of your mum, love.
Oh.
Have you spoken to her today?
No, she pissed me off the last time I spoke to her. That was my nan. I call her Blue Brows. Because she gets permanent makeup done. But next I go in with my bare mims. But again, I'm trying to be not so hardcore with it. Because what's going to happen when I run out? So I just pop it in there and just really just make it get into the brushes. And then probably just do that first and then go in. This brush was not cheap, but it's so much easier to clean. Like when I was speaking to the woman on the counter, she was like, you can put your face wash in there and just clean it and clean your face with it. I don't really like doing that. I'll do it as less wet as possible because this bit here I don't like going rank. To be honest, as long as I've got some sort of clear, as long as I've got an even skin tone, I don't really care. And then I'll just add freckles on top of that. Sometimes I might do my brows, sometimes I won't, but... So, I would say that's where we are. Don't really like that line there. That's where my beard grows. I might do this beforehand, which is my I can't even speak, bronzer. I use MAC in dark tan, and then my Bare Minerals is light 08. And my NARS concealer, my NARS concealer is in custard. So I kind of just go in there and then get my forehead nice and tanned to make it look smaller, because I can project a film on my forehead. Probably not using, I'm using a powder brush to do this. I keep on, my makeup changes day to day. One day I might like using a proper bronzer brush. I've used a circular brush before, then I stopped that. Just like to warm up my skin. This bronzer's too dark for me anyway, but I'm using it up. I've looked better before, but hey, I've been out in the garden, I caught a tan, oh my god. This is the other brush I've used before. You can do something a little bit more defined, but who cares? Like again, sometimes I might go in and tone it down. Doesn't really do anything. This is how it's looking. It's not too muddy, but there it does collect a little bit. I just don't really care. I don't really care. I'm gonna go in, even though the thing is like I like to get rid of my red so that I can then distribute it the way I want it. So I'll go like this. I like my I can't speak. I like my blush quite high because I don't use highlighter, and this has got a little bit of shimmer in it. But it's a Chanel one that I nicked off of someone. Not Helen, but someone I don't like. That may have had a relation with my dad. That's what you do when you don't like people, nick their stuff. Identify as that. But on that occasion it worked for me. Should we try eyebrows? Right, again, I do my eyebrows so differently every single time I attempt my makeup. So, I'm going to start with a brow pencil. Don't know whether... Okay, I'll leave that one for a second. So, for me, this is it. This is a Rimmel brow pencil in Hazel. So what I like to do is just, I haven't even brushed them, I'm just going straight in. And with me, the problem I have with my eyebrows is I need more hair here and more hair up here. So I try and focus on creating some lines there. Again, look, what is that? But when you're in isolation or you're at home but you still want to do your makeup, I mean, by all means go glam fam, but I'm not sure, sometimes I can mess around with powder and spend so much time doing my eyebrows, and it's just, why? I'm going to be taking it off. I'm not going out. So going in with a little pencil like this fills out your brows, but is less time consuming. I'm going to go with that option, aren't I? Can brush it out. Thing is that this is a bit warm for me, but I use this to do my freckles as well, so two birds, one stone, you know. This is not fun. I've started to also go across here, so creating that, just brushing into the hairs. I mean, that's my starting point at least. And then what I will do next is I'll get a brush like this. This is gross. And I'll go back to the concealer that I used originally. Again, I am not a makeup artist. Wanted to be one at one point. Look back now going, why the hell? And I just carve out my brows, but mainly just underneath. No one asked about my brows, but it's part of the makeup routine. And once I've created that, I will go in with some powder, or I'll use what's left on my brush. So these are the two I use. Helen uses this to carve out her brows, I think, but it says it's a brow brush, but does anyone use any of the brushes what they're supposed to be for? And I will just go in and, so it makes that red go away. Does that make sense? Because there's a bit of the warmness in the pencil, just trying to dilute it, calm it down. So, faux freckles. Can you see how sharp that is? Not very, but how I do it is, freckles aren't perfect. But I'm just putting it down anywhere. Don't do it so perfectly, because freckles aren't perfect. Just scatter them around. There are signature ones I like to do, so I like to have one there, like a beauty spot, and then I mirror one down there. Don't know why, just do. And the other thing to make them more natural is sometimes freckles are together. Wouldn't do a cluster of three, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I close my eyes and I just do this. But I like a lot around the nose. You need to make sure your eyebrow pencil is so sharp, because every time you press down it's gonna obviously make it blunt. So yeah, that's too big. But if I sharpen that anymore, that's gone. You can test it a few times to see if it's sharp enough, but for me that's not how I like it. And I've cleaned this as well. Right, this looks alright. So where they're really like bunched up round here, just go in some of the gaps. It doesn't matter. I also do 2 here, so 1 up there and then like 2 down here, where they're like kind of together. Right, my camera's not playing ball today. Some by the tail of the brow, because a lot of them, I started doing faux freckles because I had freckles but then I put makeup over the top and then I couldn't see them, so then I'd go in over the top of them and just basically make them come through again, but using an eyebrow pencil. Sometimes I like doing them under here, just in natural places where you would see them. And then what you can do is, if you feel a bit self-conscious that you've just basically played dot to dot on your face, just go like this with, I don't know if you've got one of these brushes that you'd use to buff into a spot or into like around the nose or something. Just go in. Don't have to put any product on it, but just soften them and they'll almost get pushed into your face. Now I'll try and do something with my hair, which I'm not sure what that might be. I look like I could be like, this looks like a wig for starters. I look like I could be a really cool drag act. Day 487 in isolation. Grace is officially off her tits. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll see you soon. Happy Saturday, y'all. Becky has made pancakes and done basically a spread. Have you got yours to hand? Oh, no, you've eaten yours. I'll show you mine.
We boil the meat and it comes out nice.
They're oat pancakes. They're oat pancakes. What were they made with? Oats, bananas and egg. And then I've just got Greek yogurt, banana, blueberries, and then maple syrup on top. Woohoo! It is Sunday. Don't know what the day is. What's the day? It is Sunday the 29th of March 2020 and I'm having a bath. As you can see, my face is different colour to my neck because I fake tan, so I will be scrubbing that off. As you can tell, my bath is very hot as well. I'm currently burning and it's kind of nice. What happened yesterday? I did a lot of ironing. I did all my ironing I needed to get done. That was like a good 2.5 hours of ironing, which was alright. Just got it done. Becky made oat pancakes, the best pancakes I've ever had in the whole entire world. No jokes, no lies. It's all about honesty here. So they were fantastic. Gotta learn how to do them. They were gluten free. Started a puzzle yesterday, which is a map of, it's a very cool oldie map of Norwich that Helen got me for Christmas. So that's been great to actually start and have a project. Oh yeah, I played hairdressers yesterday. Hairdressers was fun yesterday. I did Elsh's and Becky's hair. And their hair looked so smooth and sleek and beautiful. Right on. If it shifts a little bit, boom, you're coming in the bath with me. I'm basically going to be doing my hair because I know a lot of people are like, how are you maintaining your pink? What is Kirsty, telling you to do? Well, she's telling me to do this. And pray for me. So basically, what you have to do is, well, I don't know, but it's basically called Perfecton by Wella, and I've got stroke 6. It's like a pinky purple, more of like a purpley tone, but I already have like a pinky base which I use something else that's dyed my hair. But if you want to be pink, like, it is quite high maintenance. I did not appreciate, which I can kind of understand why people have shit pink hair. No offence to you people that have got shit pink hair out there, but I've gone through having shit pink hair, and that's why I need Kirsty's help. So I think you're supposed to squeeze it. Let's read the instructions, shall we? Okay, so I can see it in German, and it says, keep lid of Perfecton Bi-Colour Fresh closed. Oh, it gives you, I don't care what tone my pink. So basically, here you can work out what kind of tone of pink you want your hair. I've got 220, so that's what we're in. See, it's science. I would say that's 250, right. We squeeze it. Oh, did that do anything? Oh, that's magical. So I've squeezed it, I've squeezed the bottle. If I do this, squeeze the bottles there, take the lid off. Take the lid off. Oh, shit, smells good. And then I'm pouring it into here. And the thing is that when Kirsty did this on my hair, when I got it done the other week, she didn't even use all of this. Oh, it smells so good. And then basically what you're supposed to do is break this. I'm really sorry if this is steaming up. I can't remember. No, that's what Kirsty said. So basically, I'm going to shampoo and condition my hair, and then that's the last thing that's going to go on my hair. I'm going to put it up in a little towel, and then you'll dry the colour into your hair. Boom. It's alright, I can retain some information, just not a lot. A quick shot of my hair. I've Perfectoned it. And you've just got to go in. I mean, the nozzle has like come off, so I was literally just pouring it on. And because it's water based, you can just wipe it off, it's fine, but it clings to the hair. And then I've just kind of brushed it through. Just see how I think it looks good. Right, so this is where I am. I've put my t-shirt on just for nudity purposes, and it's quite alright. It's dried in certain areas, so there's different colours. I was thinking of just letting it air dry, you know, putting a bit of mousse in it and rocking my natural hair, but I think for the purpose of doing this for the first time at home, I'm going to dry it into my hair and see what it looks like. Also, because I've put this in my hair, I want there to be some longevity, and if I rock my natural hair, oh, that's a nasty spot. It's like a bite. If I rock my natural hair, it'll get knotted and just not very nice, which means I'll just end up washing it at some point. So let's try it. Grass. So these are the two products that I use. The Kerastase Cement Thermique. This is really good. Just a blow dry care for damaged hair. But it's, don't know, I've just heard really good things about this, and it makes my hair feel smooth. And then afterwards I put a bit of this in it. To be honest, I think oil is oil at the end of the day. This was the cheapest one that I found, and it does the job. If I want to invest in a nicer one, I will at some point, but not now. Put some product in it. God, you see my roots coming through. Gross. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Week 58 on the isolation, and I'm desperate for a haircut. It's a bit bouffanty. But this is my hair dry. I absolutely love the colour. That stuff is insane, and I did it myself. My fringe is growing out a little bit, so this is no product as well. I've literally just finished blow drying it. I've got no makeup on, obviously. Looks nice and shiny. I'll actually put through it all. Love it. And there we go. I'm now going to fake tan. It is Monday. What day is it today?
10 inches.
Okay. Good morning. It is Monday the 30th of March 2020 and I'm still standing. But I may not after making these brownies because this is what it entails. Peanut butter brownies. And that is what I'm going to do. Wish me luck. So this is before. All done, all done. Now it's just about to go in. Okay. This is my outro, and I'm going to make sure it's my outro because it's like the 7th time me trying to do this. But anyway, it's now Wednesday. You were supposed to get this weekly vlog. Is it Wednesday? I bet it's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday, 1st of April. You're supposed to get this yesterday evening, but my computer just had a bit of a wobbly. So then I was like, oh yeah, Wednesday lunchtime it'll go out. Hasn't. So, basically, this is all changing. Going forward, I'm going to be doing daily vlogging. And initially I was like, yeah, just 7-minute videos every single day. But from reading through all your comments and being on Instagram and throwing that kind of suggestion out there, a lot of you are asking for chatty content, you know, homeware hauls, TikTok tutorials, makeup routines and all that, and I'm thinking, obviously I'm spreading my days out in the sense that I can have all those ideas and spread them over a long period of time because we're in isolation. But whatever I do, I'm always going to be chatty. That's just who I am. You can edit things and make yourself appear less chatty, but apparently you like me being chatty, so putting that vibe out there of me saying, yeah, 7-minute videos every single day, you're going to get a video from me, just isn't going to work. So yes, I'm still going to do daily vlogging every single day, but expect like 20-minute to 30-minute videos because the whole plan for me in changing doing daily vlogging from weekly vlogging is to help my head have a purpose to get up in the morning, add exercise into my routine. I mean, I went for a dog walk today and I was out for 2 hours. Can't remember the last dog walk I went on because the girls go out in the garden, they have, you know, a whale of a time, fine. I was like, well, if I don't have to take them out, I'm not going to go out. But for me, and just everyone in general, I suppose, exercise is so important. So I just want to have those things in place that gives me purpose, but I'm also helping myself at the same time. And especially for me, having a stomach problem as well, I can't sit on the couch, I can't do nothing, I have to eat well because I have a flare-up, and the NHS obviously doesn't need to be dealing with all of that. So if there's things I can do to help myself, why aren't I going to do them? I've had a great week of doing absolutely nothing, loving The Sims, going to bed silly o'clock, waking up at silly o'clock. Time just is almost irrelevant, and I don't want to live my life like that anymore. I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, as I've said. I'm still going to play The Sims, I'm still going to do all the things I love, but I need to start looking after myself physically and mentally. So I'm not stopping the weekly vlogs, but we're changing things up a bit. So daily vlogging is going to be the way forward. I really do appreciate the response that I've got on Instagram, all your suggestions, just giving me ideas, advice, and we're gonna just proceed on with content from me, and I'm hoping that I'm going to give you something worth watching, and apparently that is chattiness. So I'm ditching the 7-minute idea. It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, putting together a video that's 7 minutes that's, oh, here's a video today, it's me doing my you know, a hair tutorial. I might have them and put them on my IGTV or something like that, but you know, yeah, I have pink hair and I love it and la la la. But I guess I am just more of a lifestyle person. If you are going to put me in some sort of category, I'm lifestyle, what you see is what you get, and I'd like to say I'm quite relatable. So I haven't come on YouTube to come across as beauty, fashion, hair, all of that stuff, although those are things that I like and I'd like to incorporate them and obviously still chat about them if that's what you want to see from me, but that's just not really me. So it's going to be lifestyle, it's going to be chatty, it's going to be relatable, and probably going to see just a bit more of my personality, a bit more of who's in my household. A lot of people have been asking about Angela. I love Angela extremely, lots and lots and very muchness, but she doesn't like me. So yes, I'm going to show Angela a bit more. I'm trying to work on our relationship. God, Angela sounds like a person. Angela's my house rabbit. Well, our house rabbit. Everyone's house rabbit who's living in the household at the moment, because we're all looking after each other at the moment. You also get to meet Bobby, who's another rabbit, who's Becky and Elsh's. You'll get to meet Becky and Elsh. I'd like to say that they'll come on the camera. So exciting things are happening. Bit of a change up, but I also hope that you're happy with that. And I've explained myself really well in this sign off, because this is my 7th time of doing it. And obviously on a lasting note, again, if you've got any more suggestions, if you haven't been on my Instagram and seen me trying to chat to you about all of this and putting the idea out there, put it in the comments down below. What do you think? What do you want to see from me? What you enjoy watching? But ultimately, as I said, the whole process is just going to be me having a purpose and having a routine, and for you to come along and be a part of it, I suppose. So yes, that's where we are again, and I hope you've all had an amazing week, keeping safe, keeping sensible, and thank you so much to the NHS. As per usual, I'm trying to get my shit together so you don't have to deal with me at some point. And thank you to all the people that are still working and helping the world still continue and not collapsing on itself. And this is where we are. And I'm thinking of you all, and I'm sending all my love, hugs and happy vibes, because it's not a great time. I'm trying to give you something to make your life a bit more enjoyable, something to watch. I'm trying to be funny on occasion. But yeah, the main thing is that you're all keeping safe, staying home, following the rules that we've been given, and taking this very seriously. So I shall see you tomorrow morning at maybe 9 in the morning for your first daily vlog, home vlog, daily vlog. And I'm sorry if it's shit, because I woke up at 12:30 today, so yeah. I'm really going to try and keep my promises, guys. I can't apologise enough already. See you later!